Hello, guys, and welcome to our 10th episode of the Y Forward live stream and podcast. Today we're going to talk about a new topic where it is more closely related to business strategy than on branding, or maybe more on logic itself when trying to solve problems for our business and for our clients as entrepreneurs and as business owners. So, yeah, today we're going to talk about reverse engineering and the first principle approach. So, I actually learned about this concept from Elon Musk when I uh, last time I saw an interview where he was talking about the first principle approach and how Aristotle, Socrates, and all these other uh, really wise scientists and philosophers approach a problem and how they solve it using the first principle approach. So, before we even try to dive in to this concept, for the guys who are listening in the Facebook group or to our other channels, do you want to revolutionize the way we approach problem solving and innovation? Comment OMSIM if yes, and OMSIM pa rin, pero gray lang. So anyway, um, yeah, I myself, I really want to, I want everybody to revolutionize the way we approach problem solving. And instead of trying to solve problems the same way other competitors or other people solve problems, let's try to innovate and look at problems at its core and its foundation and try to solve it in a way that would um, further improve the solutions that we apply to the problem. So, what is reverse engineering and why should I care or why should you care? Reverse engineering is basically, if you search the term in Google, its meaning is just reverse engineering, but trying to get the same, trying to find out how how these outcomes came to be. So, for example, I think it's usually applied in, of course, engineering and all other fields that apply the scientific method. So we try to see how this outcome came to be and the process that it took for us to gain this outcome. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because there are a lot of problems that we as entrepreneurs or business owners um, experience every day, and some of us, because of the pressure, overwhelm, and other factors that make make us um, sometimes emotional when solving problems, we tend to try to solve the problems in a way that defines insanity. So, do you know the meaning of insanity? Yeah, Einstein said like, if you try to solve a problem in the same way again and again, expecting the same a different result, then that is insanity. So we should not expect to solve a problem in a with we should not expect a different outcome from a problem that we try to solve again and again in the same method. So it's very important that we try to reverse engineer the outcomes that uh, we have observed in the future from other competitors, from our own team and our own experience, and try to replicate those results by following the process that we found out during this reverse engineering process. So one concept that I really like to use when I try to reverse engineer uh, outcomes that I want to happen in my business is the first principle approach. So, what is it and how would it impact your life as an entrepreneur, freelancer, etc.? So, the first principle approach basically is just trying to see, like, for example, if there's a very big result or outcome that we want to happen, what is the first thing that we should do to get that? So that's basically it. So for us, the most important thing during the process of this first principle approach is to doubt every assumption that we have in the problem. So why did it came to this result? Why is it that we need to do this process in order to get this result? Why is it that we need to do this certain steps in order for us to get that certain result? And once you know the facts, once you know the foundation, the core, a reason behind all those steps, all those processes, all those factors, all those other variables that lead to that outcome or to that desired result, we can then see the problem in a very deconstructed way, in its small bits, small details, and we know now which of those details we can improve, we can change, or we can completely eliminate, so that the solution that we can apply becomes much more innovated in a sense, or much more shorter or faster or better. So yeah, the first rule for me, what how I do first principle approach is to first one is to really doubt um, every step, every process that led us to that outcome. So question it, not really doubt, just question it. Like why? Why is it that we need to do this? For us, you're like a child. You're like a very curious child that questions everything. Like why do we need to um, to wake up every morning and brush our teeth? Why do we need to eat breakfast? Why do we need to take a bath? Why do we need to so everything that everything that a child sees, they question it. So we should be a child in our own business. We should question, why is it that I need to file my taxes? Why is it that I need to talk to 200 people a day so that I could get 5 clients? Why do I need to hire a social media manager so that I can get um, more views in my social media accounts? So what is the process behind that? What are the steps? What are the factors? What are uh, the variables that dictate the solution and the outcome of the solution? So that is basically the first principle approach. So doubt everything, and then the next one is um, break down all the all the steps so that the problem, the big problem or the big result that you want to achieve becomes consumable in bite-sized portions. So that's how we use the first principle approach. And how would it impact your life? You become less overwhelmed because you know which things to prioritize first in your business. So you know which steps becomes critical now to do to get the result. Which steps are something that we can delegate. Which are something that we need to eliminate, or which steps are something that we can set aside for now, so that later on when we have the capacity and the convenience, we then apply those. So this is how business owners and entrepreneurs use the first principle approach when solving problems. So now let's simplify it. Yes, this is it. Think big but plan small. You can also dream big but start small. So if you want a very big vision for your business or a very big purpose for your brand, so start with that, and then I mean, lead with that as your direction, but then start with the first step that needs to be done right now in order for you to get to that destination, to that vision, to that purpose, etc. So yeah, so there's a quote really like from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. Read that book if you want to be more productive and less overwhelmed in your life. So you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So here, what we're talking about is the first principle approach. This is the foundation of your system. So whatever your goals, whatever vision, whatever um, purpose that you have for your business, you do not rise to the level of how big your dreams are, how big your goals are. So that's not how businesses work. So we we only rise to what we are consistent with. So how do we stay consistent? We create systems so that the risk and the risk that we are able um, to endure becomes something as a support for us to reach that goal. So you fall to the level of your systems. So yeah, if your system is already very established and helps you propel your business, then it's much easier for you to rise to your goals and to your dreams. So yeah, use the first principle approach to fall to the level of your systems. And we have some questions here from our uh, community members. When it comes to branding, how does it really work, and is there a way to get fast results? So, in relation with our um, topic today, well, branding is influencing the minds of your target market, your customers, your prospects, influencing their minds so that uh, you become the yeah, you're fighting for that space inside their mind so that you become the top of mind when they hear a certain when they hear a certain trigger that you're using for your brand. Like for example, with KitKat, if you a few years ago, I think KitKat used coffee as a trigger for their branding. So whenever someone is having a coffee, they will always remember na, hey, I think coffee would do great with KitKat. So that's one example of how branding works. So yeah, you're fighting for that space for to influence the mind of your customers, of your target market, so that they can either become your customers, become buyers of your brand, or they refer other people inside your business, and they even advocate for your brand. So that's how branding works in a sense. And for a way to get faster results, it really depends. How fast and how big are the results that you want? So there are three ways. I mean, there are three things to consider when we try to get results for our business or for our brand. First one is time. Second one is effort. The third one is quality, or yeah, how good is the result that you want to get. So you can only get two of those at a time. So if you want big and high quality results, then you need to give a lot of time and give a lot of effort for it to work. But if you want fast results, then uh, you won't get yeah, you won't get the highest quality of results that you can get. And at the same time, it will be less. effort for you. So if you want to ask me how is there a way to get fast results, you need to define how big and how fast you want those results. So if what's most important for you is the quality of the result, then start small. Start with those very easy to get achievements or milestones or wins for your brand, and label those as your fast results. Because if you're if the result that you want is for people to buy something from your business, what are the steps that you need to take so that person would buy from your brand or for your business? One one step of the process could be uh, talking to a lot of people and nurturing them so that they would decide to buy from your brand. So that could be one step. So how many people do you want to buy? How confident are you to persuade, convince, and influence people to buy your product? So that will dictate how fast you will get those results. So I hope I was able to answer this, Brionica Swayzer. So yeah. Another question here is, how do I create a strong brand message that resonates with my target audience? So I've already talked about this before. Like, to create a strong brand message that resonates, the keyword here is resonates with my target audience, is that we need to speak the same language with them. So what are uh, the language that they speak? And when I talk about language, I'm talking about the certain vocabulary, certain words, certain way of speaking, tone, body language that your target market resonates with. So try to study your target market, create a customer profile, try to see what are their goals, their fears, who they are, who do they associate with, what are their archetypes. Try to study them and create a brand message that resonates with them and puts your brand inside of their mind so that they remember you always whenever they talk about your brand, your market, your product. So that's how you create a strong brand message. Speak their language. So if they are people who, if the target market that you're trying to penetrate is a group of people who really like humor, then be humorous, be funny in your content, be funny in your brand messaging. If this type of people are very, very professional, then you need to create a strong brand message that attracts those kind of people. So yeah, that's how you create a strong brand message. And then, yeah, I guess that's it with the questions. So, for all the people here who are listening, if you want to know more or if you want to be with people who practice these concepts that we're talking about here in the live stream or in the podcast, you can scan the QR code here and join our community of purpose-driven freelancers and business owners. It's called the Branding Mastermind. For I don't know if the name has changed, but let me just check. But it's the branding mastermind for freelancers and business owners, Philippine PH. So yeah, you can join the community there, ask questions, engage with other people, meet people who are like-minded, who know what is the importance of branding when it comes to creating a business, creating your own brand, monetizing your purpose. That's very big in our community. So yeah, do we have any other questions inside the chat? Let me just check. Okay, I think there are no questions right now. So, yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching this short but very important topic when it comes to problem solving. So, I really encourage everyone to study the first principle approach and apply it in your daily life, not just in your business, but also with your um like your anything that you're doing right now, anything that you're venturing right now. If you have a problem with your family or with your health or with relationships that you have right now, try to use the first principle approach because it might help you. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and bye.